Saturday, 17th of June, morning. Wife's out picking up branches, leaves. Might as well do that using the little grabber thing. This little generator we got is a Black Max 3550 running watts, 4550 starting watts. Got a little Briggs and Stratton single engine. And again, I got this thing with credit card points years ago. And amazingly, it's a very good generator. Key on these generators is check your oil with the engine off. And the manufacturers made it stupid simple. When it runs out of fuel, make sure you check the oil when you're adding fuel. Got a dipstick, it's not just eyeballs. Kicking out exactly 120 volts. Same thing, I'm running 10W30 full synthetic. And we've been running this thing continuous, upwards of 14 hours a day. The load's stable, and the fuel consumption has dropped down to about 1.5 gallons an hour. Just another one of those 20-ounce oil systems. And the last time I serviced it was 4/13/2020. Good little generator. Fairly quiet. No, it's not quiet by any means, but it's fairly quiet. You could run a RV with this thing if you needed to. I'm not going to drive our travel trailer down here just to get AC. At night, it's surprisingly tolerable. And what I've been doing, we'll go to bed about, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock at night. And then I'll shut it down for the night. Just unplug the cords, leave the cords strung out, and then put the generator in the garage, lock it up. There are thieves. So yesterday, topped off the fuel tank on the generator. Then we went in search of gas stations with power and fuel. My preferred fuel is a non-ethanol, and I was able to get 15 gallons of non-ethanol, and I had the full tank in the generator, which is approximately 4 gallon, so 19 gallon total. And a little over a gallon an hour, that's pretty easy to do the math. 19 hours continuous runtime under max load. Brought down my little coochie chainsaw, and we had some saplings on the fence at the farm. I haven't run this thing in 3 years. Put in some fresh gas, pre-mix. Pulled it one time, she cranked right up. It's amazing. I can't say enough about non-ethanol gas and draining fuel systems when you go put your equipment up. I can't stress that enough. Then when you need it, you're not struggling. Time of repair, this event occurred midnight tonight, will be 48 hours, and the utilities are given no estimated time of repair at all yet. They tell me it could be a while. Fortunately, I still have internet. Sparklight is out there behind my truck on that series of poles, and then if I'd come off from the other direction, I would have no internet, because that's where all the poles failed, is where it made the turn going from east to west. This run of poles is from north to south, and I still have internet. Could be when they do the repair, they'll separate out the lines, because I believe my power comes from that direction going this way, my poles are intact. They'd have to separate the lines while they rebuild all the poles that are broken. But I don't know what SWEPCO is going to do, there's no telling. But I got my little generator, so my life is good. The lawyer lady up the hill in the brown brick house, I don't even think she's home. And her generator's been running 24/7. She has an installed generator that switches automatically when the power fails, but hers is on propane. I think she installed is probably a 500-gallon propane tank, but I don't even believe she's there. Ain't no telling. So who knows? They'll run out of propane sooner or later. On these little gensets, my suggestion, you can look at the internet and the manufacturer will tell you what to do. The way I look at it, on a car, you change your oil every 3,000 miles. Okay, if you're driving 50 miles an hour constantly, 3,000 miles is 50 hours. And your car, the oil capacity is measured in quarts. This little genset, the oil capacity is approximately 20 ounces. And I'm running full synthetic like I keep saying. So if you run your genset 20 hours, that's equivalent to running the car at 50 miles an hour for 1,000 miles. Okay, you run the little genset longer than that, you know, just think of converting it over to miles as you would in a car. So 40 hours run time is approximately 2,000 miles on a car engine that has an oil capacity in quarts, not ounces. So whenever we get power back, one of my first tasks will be to bring the generator up to temp and drain and change the oil and get it ready for the next event. Top off the fuel tank, put in a fuel stabilization blend of something, and stay with my non-ethanol fuel. During the next event, it'll be a 1-pull or 2-pull start at the worst case, just like it was this time. And bad enough losing power, but it gets a whole lot worse if you got a generator and you can't get the damn thing to come on. So trust me, if the small engine shops around here have power, they are overwhelmed with people bringing in generators they can't get to start. Of course, there are no new generators in this area now. They sold out the first day. And the only problem I had finding fuel was finding a gas station that still had power. And the lines were long. We waited in line probably 30 minutes to get my little 15 gallons of fuel. Some stations had police officers there maintaining control of the crowd because people were acting stupid. At midnight tonight, it will be a 48-hour event, and that's when food starts going bad in the refrigerator. At 4 days is when you start losing food in your freezers. So this can get real expensive real fast. And again, I prioritize what we're running the generator for, the refrigerator, the chest or upright freezer, coffee maker, and that sucker loads that generator up. And I shed load before I plug in the coffee maker. But you know, something as stupid as a coffee maker, a toaster, which we don't run, microwave, they all pull a high amp load. So anyway, refrigerator, the upright freezer, and a couple fans, one table lamp, and just the bonus is having television and internet. If we didn't have it, I wouldn't be having it plugged in, but it still functions. So we went and ran the power to those two features as well. Phone chargers, of course, make a point of keeping everything charged up. Now, I had my house spray foamed, so it's super insulated, and we're in a high heat index that puts us in the danger zone of above 110 because of the temperature and the humidity, and we're sleeping at night without anything on because we'll turn the generator off before we go to bed and just open the windows and enjoy the natural breeze, and not bad. Now during the daytime you got to have them fans, but the house temperature is not horrendous. It's warmer than I like, and the humidity is through the roof. Just get a glass of ice water, you can see that. But I was talking to some other folks that live in apartments, and the wife has talking to folks that have their own home. They're sleeping in their car at night because it's so freaking hot. They can't sleep in their apartment or their home because of the lack of insulation. It's terrible. Every hotel room in Longview is booked. And will be for the duration until they get more power available. I'm on the northeast side of Longview. We got hit real hard, as did the north side of Longview. The south side, they actually did okay. The west side's hit and miss. But North Longview and Northeast Longview got hit real hard. So anyway, I'll go up there and post this because I got nothing else to do. Thank you.